Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Freight Talk Friday. I am Denise Gavan, and I am going to be sharing some exciting news for you in the freight industry. So, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to come in and to join me here on live because I am so excited. Did you guys know we're already in the month of November? But that means we're like at the end of the year. How many of you are ready for the new year? I know I am. I am ready for the new year. Sometimes new years bring new changes. It brings new opportunities. And it's just something about going into the new year. We talk about it at the end of every year. But I am so delighted that you guys are here with me on Freight Talk Friday. This is my November edition. Now, let me give you a little history while we're waiting on more people to join us live here. Let me give you a little history on what made me start Freight Talk Friday. Well, for those who don't know me, of course, I am Denise Gavan. I am in the trucking industry myself. My husband and I, we own a trucking company, and we went through lots and lots of challenges. And when we started it, neither one of us were like drivers. We were not in the freight industry. My experience is I am very good with business development. By trade, I'm an accountant and I have a tax practice myself, and I have lots of truck drivers as my clients. So that sparked something in me like, wow, these truck drivers are really making lots and lots of money. So I asked my husband, hey, babe, if I could start us a trucking company and it's very lucrative like some of my clients, would you be willing to run it? And of course, he said yes. And so that fast forward from 2018 till today, and that's how we started our trucking company and how we transitioned over into this industry. So the reason for me starting Freight Talk Friday is because, like I mentioned to you, we were not even in the industry, and I wanted a lot of advice from people like you, people that's been in the industry for a long time, for those who it can help me answer some of the questions. So Freight Talk Friday has been a platform for me to come on. I like to bring guests to give me some insights on just the industry itself. Now, I have a Facebook group. It's called Freight Talk Friday, and I want you to go out there and join if you're not already. Go out there and join it right now on Facebook so you can get all of these tips, tools that I give about the freight industry. I give lots of tools about finances as well. And the reason why I mentioned to you, I am an accountant. So I like to make sure that your business is working the way you want it to work. So I just want to show you, I'm all about multiple streams of income. I'm all about making money, extra money, adding on to what you're already doing. That is one of the things that I really pride myself on. So the other day, my husband sent me, I don't know if it was an article or a post that someone posted out on Facebook, and it was talking about Convoy. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever, for those who are already in the industry, drivers, and I don't know if you have had any dealings with Convoy, but we did. We used to move loads for them all the time. That was one of our biggest shippers that we would, ship goods for. I heard, and this is just, I don't know, I should have done my full research so I can give you some insight, but I heard that they went bankrupt. And a lot of one of the guys who posted it said that I hope you guys know that this company is bankrupt, and he just gave a little insight on the trailers being out there and people moving freight. And he just made the comment, I hope they're getting paid. So the trucking industry, that proves right there that the industry, no matter how big or small your company is, there are ups and downs. Now, going bankruptcy in a big industry and big company like that, it is really not a big deal because I'm just going to say it like this. I'm a realist. When you grow to a certain statute, Convoy was a big company. There's no doubt in my mind that they're going to get back and probably even grander than they were before. So I'm not saying it in a negative way. It happens. Life happens to us all. I just wanted to bring that out, and I don't know if anybody had a lot of information on it, but when we saw that post, I did look into it a little bit, but not enough to like share. And I like to always give facts. So I don't know factual about what happened, how it happened. Is it true that that some of these trailers are sitting on the side of the road? But that was the post, and it just shocked me because we had dealings with them at one point. So now I'm hoping that everybody is coming on. We're going to let you come on. And let me just talk to you a little bit about what I want to talk about and share with you today. Today, I want to talk to you about expanding your business or starting in the freight industry. Because for those who are already in the industry, this can be a very good way to make a good living. I love the benefits of working for myself, having my husband who was on a 9 to 5, starting our trucking company allowed him the freedom of coming home, working in our office, working alongside me. Yeah, we work together. We sleep in the same bed. We live in the same house. So we see each other all day long. And I'm going to be honest with you, I like it. And for those who are saying, you know what, that is something that I would love for me and my spouse to do, for us to be in business together, work together. But that's not the best part. The best part is we have freedom we can work pretty much anywhere we want to. So we decide, let's go on a vacation. We can go on a vacation and take our laptops with us. And guess what? We can still work from anywhere with an internet connection. So that's one of the perks of being in business for yourself. But one of the other things is that in this industry, it's not just one way to make a living. And what I mean by that is it's so many ways in this industry to make a living. And I don't know if I mentioned, but neither one of us are drivers. So we do not have a CDL. I don't have a CDL, guys, but I am an owner of trucks. So the whole purpose of me doing Freight Talk Friday is to let you know this industry is a billion-dollar industry. And just think, billions of dollars are being put into this industry. And if you want your portion, I'm here to show you how to get your fair share. Multiple ways. Now, I make money different ways in the freight industry. I mentioned to you that we own trucks, so therefore we put trucks on the road. I am a dispatcher alongside my husband. We are dispatchers, and we're very good at it, by the way. And we also, I'm a teacher. I'm here teaching you right now about things that you can do to enhance your income in the freight industry. I want to show you, I have a presentation that I want to present. But before I get into it, I just want to ask a few questions for those of you who are out there and you're saying, is now a good time to start a business? Whether it's in trucking, whether it's in any industry, is now a good time to start a business? If you're saying that, I want to say yes. And also, I want to ask this question. How many of you are saying, I've never even thought about the multiple ways that you can make a living in the freight industry? And this is going to be interesting. So let me just share something with you. If you're looking for time freedom, financial freedom to move when you want to move, how you want to move, and still be able to take care of yourself, your family, maintain a household, this is my opinion. The freight industry is one of the best industries to do that. So let me get into my presentation here, and I want to share a little bit about how you can make money in this industry. I'm going to show you how to make $500,000 in this industry in 1 year. Yeah, I had to pause there because I know I had to let that sink in. I have the blueprint. For you to make $500,000 per year in this industry. And it's doable. Now I'm going to say, is it easy? Well, the blueprint and the actual format and process is so simple. It's a simple blueprint. But is it easy? That's going to be up to you. Well, everybody knows anything in life that's worth having is never going to be easy, but it's going to be simple. So let me get into my presentation here. And for those who, if you're going to comment, go ahead, comment leave some comments, ask questions. Now, what I am going to do now, I'm going to have to give you a little housekeeping rules here. I'm not all that tech savvy. I can't present and read the comments and all that. So bear with me. Ask your questions as they come up, and I will make sure that we get them answered in the comments. So feel free to just go ahead, ask any questions, and I'm going to do my best to answer every one of them before I leave this presentation. So let's get straight to it. Now, as I mentioned to you, I'm going to show you how to make $500,000 in this industry. So this is my Freight Talk Friday, November edition, expanding horizons, diversifying your income in the freight industry, and making $500K per year. Now, specifically, you'll discover how to identify additional revenue streams here, leverage your expertise. If you're already in the freight industry, leverage it. Leverage your expertise. And build client relationships as I teach you how to get in this industry if you're not already in there. But if you're in there, we're going to nurture the relationships you already have. I'm going to get into the legal and regulatory considerations and freight management consulting. Now, expanding your horizons and diversifying your income in this industry, I have the blueprint for you. And what qualifies me is I just gave you a little background of who I am, what I do, and what makes me qualified to give you this information is because I'm doing it. I've made the mistakes, and I'm still, and I call it failing my way to the top. And I don't want you to actually take the same steps that I did, the mistakes actually, even though they helped me and molded me and made me the person that I am today and the businesswoman that I am today. But losing money is not a fun thing. I'm going to tell you that. So if I can help you not lose money and not take the wrong steps, because you're going to have your own mistakes and failures. But if I can eliminate you from making the same ones I made, I know you would appreciate me. So I am Denise Givan, the expert business coach. When I say expert, I'm the expert. The reason why I brand myself as the expert is because once you failed your way to the top, you can consider yourself an expert. So the reason why I'm sharing this information is to assist you in achieving in just about 60 days. That's probably now up until January 2024. I'm going to help you achieve what in 60 days, what took me about 5 years to accomplish. And that's gaining the knowledge to move forward and add on multiple streams in this industry. And also, the reason I'm sharing this is because I want you to, if you're already in the business, I want you to enhance your company's financial stability. I want to give you the tools to start in the industry if you're not already in it. And that's the reason why I'm sharing this information. Also, to maximize business growth and profitability. And then to adapt to the industry trends and demands. Now, for those who don't know, there are ups and downs in every industry. Is the trucking industry or freight industry perfect? No. There's going to be trends, different trends. There are going to be things that we can jump on that's going to work well for us and things that we jump on that's not going to work so well. But there are trends and demands that I want to make sure that you learn how to adapt to those. Now, there are about 5 services that if you're already in this industry that you're probably already doing right now. If you're a truck driver, or if you are a trucking company, if you're in the logistics, you're probably doing one of these 5 services already. A lot of you are probably saying, yeah, I already dispatch for myself. You're probably already offering dispatch services. You're probably offering transportation management implementation. You're probably doing that right now. Fleet management, back office, front office, and tax compliance reporting. These are probably some services that you're already offering. Now, let me explain to you what I mean when I say that. If you're in the industry and you're moving freight, somebody has to dispatch you, or you must be dispatching yourself. So that service is there, and you're probably doing it or using it in some form or fashion. And I just want to show you how to, if you're not doing these services, add them in, because the more you're able to do, when the seasons and when the everything changes, when the freight is not moving as smoothly and as fast as you want it to, your income won't be impacted as much if you're offering more services. And I know you would agree to that, right? So now let's break down what services you could be offering in your freight business now. Or if you're looking to tap in and get into this industry, let's talk about and let's break down some services that you possibly can be offering. So, and then also let's determine what additional investments you'll need to make, if any, to add on some services. Now, let me give you an example for dispatch. Now, for those of you who are already in the industry, dispatching has a very, very low overhead. And let me explain to you what I mean. Just put it in the comments. Me. How many of you already have a computer? You're probably watching me on one right now, whether it's a phone or whether it's a laptop. But how many of you have a computer? That's one of the things you're going to need to dispatch. How about internet? Now, that's one thing that I'm probably going to say everybody has is internet, because everybody, y'all stream y'all movies and all that good stuff. We have internet already. What about a phone? Yes. So these are some of the things that you already have that you want. If you decide, I want to add dispatching to my business, my freight business, my trucking company, I know how to dispatch, or if I don't, I can find out how. Now, I'm not going to just put you out here and not give you all the tools you need. So, but this is one of the services that you can possibly add if you're not already doing it in your business now. Now, the back office and front office services. Let me kind of explain to you what this is. Every business have a back office. That's administrative stuff. You have to invoice. You have to make sure that you're in compliance. You have to make sure that everything is lined up. Now, for those who I've met a lot of people in this industry since 2018, since we got started, that has started from scratch, just like I did. I didn't go get any formal training on. I learned from. That's why I'm teaching this and showing you this now. I learned from just by teaching myself, basically. Now, that's why I know all of the ins and outs, because like I told you, I made lots of mistakes, and I'm going to eliminate those mistakes. I'm going to help you eliminate those mistakes when you, now that you're in the industry or if you're coming into the industry. But your back office and front office services, you're probably doing those already. I did a poll, and I found out that a lot of companies just don't want to do that. A lot of trucking companies don't want to do administrative type services. A lot of drivers just want to drive. They just want to go from one destination, pick up this freight, and go to the next destination and drop it off. And that's all they want to do. And that's quite all right. You know why? Because that's what we are here for. We're here to assist with people who don't like to do the administrative type work. And that's one way that you can add this service if you already know how to do it for yourself. Just imagine how much someone else who just don't want to do it will pay you. That can be a very, very good monthly addition to your income. Just you don't really need to do a lot, but if you can do 5 companies and help them with their back office and front office. And now let's talk about the tax compliance and reporting. I know a lot of you are saying, I'm not a tax preparer, and she's an accountant, so that's why she threw this in there. I'm going to tell you what I mean when I say tax compliance and reporting. How many of you just say me, or yeah, that's right, in the comments that you already report, you do your IFTA report? Oh, I know you're saying, wow, I didn't know that was taxes. How many of you have to get your portion plates and you have to turn in a 2290? That is tax compliance and reporting. It's a simple process, but a lot of companies don't want to do it and they don't like doing it. That is one of the services that you can add on if you're already in this industry for other companies. Or for those who are saying, you know what, Denise, you're right. I don't really need to have a CDL or need to buy trucks to be lucrative in this business. You really don't, because I'm going to show you how you can make $500,000 without even having assets like trucks. I know you're saying, how is this even possible? Well, I'm going to show you. So here's a blueprint. Let's get into a blueprint. Now, the blueprint that I have, I will give you the entire process to use to start making additional income and helping those in the freight industry. And guess what? My blueprint, my system can be implemented immediately. You don't have to wait. Immediately, it can be implemented. So compensation, let's talk about it. I know you're saying, okay, if she give me the blueprint, is she going to show me how to make $500,000 in this industry? Absolutely. Show me the money. I know that's what a lot of you are saying. In the comments, type, show me the money. If you're here with me, type it in, show me the money, because I'm about to show it to you. Now, let me say this before we get into the money. Money is, a lot of people think money is a number, or money is nothing but currency, which means currents move in and out. And that's what money is. You get some in your hand and you need to spend it to keep it circulating. And I want to kind of just talk to you just a little bit about the mindset of having money. Anybody can be a millionaire, multi-millionaire. I know a lot of people saying, how are these people making this money? Because they have a plan, they have a process, and they're implementing it. That's all it takes to move up in this world. For those, when I go to a lot of trainings and I have coaches myself, and you know what, they ask me, do you want to be a part of the 2%ers? And for a long, long time, I didn't know what that meant. But being a part of the 2% club is making the money, but that mindset you have to already be a millionaire in your mind before you become one in your bank account. So I'm going to show you the money, but I want you to think of it. I want to change your mindset about it. And I want to give you a process that's going to be so simple. It's about knowing your numbers. Knowing your numbers. Write that down. For those who are taking notes, say, hey, for the compensation piece on this, I got to know my numbers. So that's what I want you to do. So this is just a little breakdown of how you can make $500,000 in a year in this industry. So let's start with dispatching. So let's just say, oh, you know what? I think I would like to get into the dispatching. I want to do dispatching. Here is one way you can make it. I charge 10% when I dispatch for companies. That's just my going rate. And I've been in the industry for a minute. I know a lot. Now, I'm not saying you can't start out there with 10%, but this illustration is starting with 10% of that I charge per load. So let's look at this. If you're dispatching for 5 trucks, I put plus because it's simple to do, to dispatch for 5 trucks. It's simple, long as you have a system, a strategy, and a way of implementing everything. And I can help you with that as well. So let's do the math here. So let's just say if the one truck, we're going to just talk about one right now. And for those of you who like to pull your calculator out, come on, let's pull our calculators out. So the average amount that one truck can bring in on a weekly basis is this is an average of about $5,000 per week. And we're talking gross. And this is kind of when I say on the low end, because this is some high end, some truckers are like, I bring in way more than that on a weekly basis. And this is what we're doing. We're just showing you a range. So 5,000 per week is a good range to start. And so if you're gonna dispatch for 10%, so let's do it. 5,000 times 10% is voila, $500. So let's just say you're doing $500 per truck, and you got multiple trucks. So let's say, here we go. What is that? 500 times 5 is $2,500 per week. Now, let me show you how you, and so this 10,000 per week is so doable. So doable. It is so doable. And what I'm saying is, once you start making this type of money, I do more than 5, so we have a little more, and what I'm giving you is the amount that we make grossly. So just think, I told you, no overhead, very little overhead. Okay, I have to pay for my internet, and I basically, we have regular internet, and I pay for my phone services. I do not have a landline. I use my cell phone. But I do use a separate number because sometimes they want to call you back, and I kind of don't want them having my personal number. That's an expense that I had way before I even started. So if you want to get another line, you can. You don't have to. So dispatching is very, very lucrative. You can make the money. It's just about giving you the right plan and the right numbers to do. Let's talk about back office. So we're talking about, and these numbers are for just individual having one client now. So back office services, if you can make between 500 and 2,500 per month, how many clients do you have to have in order to make a 5 million? I said 5 million. Okay, I'm really putting you guys up there. 500,000. I bet y'all say, oh, I want to make 5 million. You only need about 200 clients. So let me say, I know you're saying, whoa, that's a lot. That's a lot. It's really not, because think about how huge the industry is. And I know you're saying, how in the world can I get 200 clients to do this for? But you got to keep in mind, you're not going to only just do the back office work for them. You're going to also you're going to possibly dispatch for them. You're going to possibly do the full package for them. And you're going to do their tax compliance reporting. That's their IFTA and all of their reporting that they have to do. You can charge between 300 and let me rephrase that. I charge between 300 and 1,200 per quarter. You can put your own price tag on it. You put your price tag on it. But I'm giving you the blueprint on how you can make this, make 500K per year in this industry just by adding three businesses. And I'm like, whoa. I know you're saying, whoa, but it's doable. Do you think you're able to service 200 clients? Well, I'm showing you how to grow and scale and be a profitable business. 200 clients is very doable, very doable. You will have to get some help. You can't just do it by yourself, but isn't that what business is all about? Business is about growing and multiplying yourself. So here is basically a blueprint on how a simple concept of how you can make 500K per year. Now, who's ready for the actual blueprint on the actual way that you can do this step by step? Now, step by step means that you have me. I'm going to give you the blueprint on how to do this and how to make the money. So what I'm doing is you are invited to a 3-day boot camp. Now, Freight Industry Success Boot Camp is what I'm giving you guys. My boot camp is a 3-day intensive boot camp where I show you how to start a $500,000 business per year. Now, I know you're saying, how in the world can I do that if I've never even been in this industry? I'm inviting you to my boot camp, and I'm going to give you all the tools, the process, and everything that you need. Now, let's talk about who this 3-day boot camp is for. I know a lot of you are saying, oh my God, another boot camp, another, somebody is selling this and selling that. I'm not selling you anything. Let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm offering you an opportunity to get into a very, very lucrative industry, over $1 billion industry. Look it up. I'm not lying to you. Just Google, how much is the freight industry worth today and how much money is going into it. It's going to give you the number. You're going to be so shocked. So I'm telling you this. It is so doable for you to get in this industry. And I'm going to show you who this, why I'm doing this, to be honest with you. I'm going to show you why I'm doing this. Now, the 3-day boot camp on how to make $500K a year in the freight industry is designed for individuals who are interested in starting or growing a business in the transportation logistics sector. It is tailored for aspiring freight entrepreneurs, individuals who have a keen interest in entering the freight industry and want to learn the foundational skills and strategies needed to establish a successful business. This is who this boot camp is for. It's also for current freight business owners already. If you have a trucking company, if you have a dispatch company, if you're in the freight industry, if you are a broker, if you are a shipper, this boot camp is for you. Now, owners of existing freight companies looking to expand their operations, improve profitability, and reach higher revenue goals, this is for you. Now, it's for individuals who are already working in the transportation logistics field. And you're saying, you know what? I'm in this field, but I'm not making $500,000 a year. I'm going to show you how to do it and how to scale to this. And it's also for anyone who's interested in this business. Anybody that's interested in the freight business, period, this boot camp is for you. Now, let me share this with you. Who is this not for? Now, I know a lot of people saying, okay, they've already tuned out, and that's fine, because I'm glad I'm talking to the people who want to do this and want to make this money. And if you are a casual learner or just a curious seeker, you just say, let me see what this is about. This boot camp is not for you. I'm going to get on your nerve. I can tell you that right now. If you're just curious and just want to see what it's all about, this is not even for you. It's not for you. I'm just going to keep it real. If you're an individual who are not willing to invest time and effort into getting there, this boot camp is definitely not for you. And it's also not for people who's trying to get rich quick. This is not one of those schemes where you just going to jump in, I'm going to give you this, and then you go do bam, 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 and now you're rich. No, this is not for you. And it's also not for individuals looking for industry-specific trainings. Like, I'm not going to teach you how to be a truck driver. I'm not going to teach you how to get a CDL. This is not what you're going to get in this boot camp. So if you're looking for industry specifics and the trainings on like software and all that, this is not for you. This boot camp is for those who want to expand, grow, or start in this industry and make $500K a year doing it. And I'm not going to just cap you out at $500K. I'm telling you $500K is possible. And it's also not for those who don't want to do business the correct way. You got to get set up if you're not already established. You got to be structured the proper way. And if you're just jumping in and just say, I'm just going to start doing this and get on my computer with my internet and start calling people, this is not really for you. This is for you to establish a business. And so these are, if you any of these categories fit you, my 3-day boot camp will not work for you. It's not for you. Now, let's go over what will be covered in my 3-day boot camp. Now, by the end of this intensive boot camp, you will have gained knowledge and practical skills to establish not 1, not 2, but 3 businesses. Now, I know you're saying, whoa, you trying to start me out too fast. These 3 services can actually stand on their own and be a separate business. But I'm going to show you how to put all 3 of them together in this 3-day boot camp. And that's why you're going to be able to make $500K a year or better having these 3 services offered in your business if you're not already doing it. And if you're doing them already, I'm going to show you how to scale it and add more and make it very lucrative for you. But you're going to be able to establish 3 distinct businesses in this industry. I'm going to show you how to establish a dispatch business, And I know you're probably saying, I don't even know how to dispatch. I got you covered. I'm going to show you how to establish a tax compliance reporting service business. And I'm going to show you also how to do a back office administration type business. Now, these three working together, that is how most companies work anyway. Every trucking company has to do these three. If you're moving freight, you have to be dispatched, you have to be compliance with your reporting, and you have to do administrative work. And if you're doing this already and you've taught yourself, why not learn how to take it and help others with it? So you will leave with the tools and expertise that you need to thrive in the competitive world of transportation and logistics. I am going to show you everything that you need to be lucrative in this business. Now, how do you know that this is 3 day? I'm sorry, it's a typo. It's supposed to be a 3-day boot camp is for you. Now, let me ask you this question. Are you already in the freight industry, but you're not making $500K per year? Do you want to learn practical skills in the freight industry without taking a college course? Okay. Or you might be a driver, and you saying, I've been on this road too long. Are you tired of being on the road away from your family night after night, week after week, missing little Johnny's football game and little Annie's volleyball game or her cheer competition because you're out on the road? If you're tired, this is how you know that this boot camp is for you. And also, if you are committed to ongoing learning and improvement in order to adapt to the industry trends and meet clients' demands, this boot camp is this is how you know that this is for you. So if you answer yes to any of those questions, you're like, you know what? I think this boot camp is what I need. I can see myself making $500K a year without having a lot of overhead and without having to have assets like trucks and things of that nature. Now, I'm going to say this before I move a little further. I know I've been saying low overhead. I'm not against you getting into the industry and getting trucks and all of that. I just know for me, I did that, done that. And what got me all like wanting to just go straight administrative is the overhead of trucks and the fuel, the maintenance. And for me, I told you I didn't drive. Having to deal with these drivers, you drivers, how y'all are out there. Y'all know y'all don't do right all the time. But that's why I wanted to say, if you answer yes to any of these questions, this 3-day boot camp is for you. And it suggests that the content and objectives of the boot camp aligns with your aspirations to earn $500K per year. Now, I know everybody was saying, I knew it. It was too good to be true. I knew it. I knew she was going to try to sell me some and it's going to cost this. Now, I'm going to say this to you guys. Where can you go? And if it is, let me know. Put it in the comment. Where else can you go to start? Not 1, not 2, but 3 businesses for this price? I just want to ask you that question. If you know a place, I want to know. So put it down in the comments. So let's recap. This is what you'll be getting. By the end of this intensive 3-day boot camp, participants will have gained the knowledge and practical skills to establish 3 distinctive businesses in this freight industry. And mind you, these 3 businesses can stand alone. Now, I know you're saying, why do I have to do all 3? Well, I'm going to say this. If you're going to be working with other companies, they're offering these services or they're using these services already. Why not get paid to help them with something that they don't want to do? So to start today, it is $9.97. And let me explain to you, because I normally do this for $14.97, but I only do the dispatch course for that, not the tax compliance and not the back office administrative. And the reason, and I do just the dispatch for $14.97. Let me explain to you why. Because my course is amazing, and you're gonna, once you get it and get in there and learn what you need to learn, you'll be able to dispatch with no problem. And I also, a lot of people don't offer this, but when you come into my courses or my boot camps, you can shadow me on anything I teach you, meaning that I do this daily. You can log in with me and see how I do it. For a lot of people say, you know what, without shadowing you, that's what put the icing on the cake for me. I feel more confident now. I feel like I know what I'm doing because I heard you do it. And it's not always a good day in dispatch. You have problems, you have ups and downs, and also with tax compliance. Sometimes if your person that you're doing your tax compliance reporting for, if they're not good with documenting where they're going and what fuel they've been using, what states they've been traveling in, that's why they need you, because organization in that particular service will make you the money. So I'm going to teach you in this boot camp how to be lucrative. And so for $9.97, this is what you could get 3 businesses. And let me know now. Let me know about what business, where can you go to start 3 businesses for $9.97, and it's probably nowhere. But at the end of the boot camp, you will be able to run 3 distinctive businesses for this amount. Now, I was about to tell you why I chalked the price down. Well, every year around this month and my Black Friday sale, I always drop my prices so I can help people who've been looking to come into the industry all year long, and they've been to a lot of my webinars and seminars, and they say, hey, I wanted to get in, but it was a little too much for me. I'm giving you discounts right now. So this is my Black Friday price that you're getting. You don't even have to wait to Black Friday to get this price. So that's what made me drop the price. And I really want you to know that you can make $500K a year in this business. So let me ask you this. So I'm asking you to invest into yourself $997. And in return, what I'm giving you is a $500K blueprint. That don't even seem fair, does it? I should be asking you for a little bit more to give you the blueprint and to hold your hand and to allow you to shadow me. Okay. I know I'm giving away too much here, but let me tell you, I love this industry. I love what I do. And if I can give you that freedom, this will be well worth it for me, for you to come back and say, Denise, oh my God, I exceeded the 500K. So I want everybody who's really interested in this boot camp to say, I'm interested. So let me give you the details of this boot camp. Thank you so much for letting me share my stuff with you. Let me give you the details with the boot camp. This boot camp is going to be this month, 3 days. After you already fat and full, after Thanksgiving, and you already getting ready to start December, November the 27th, the 28th, and the 29th is the 3-day boot camp. Now, I know a lot of you say, oh, good, I'm glad I got a little time. Now, you have a little time, but the price is not going to stay the same. I know I told you I marked it down for my Black Friday, but I'm offering you this service. I'm offering you this price for these services now at my Black Friday prices. But mind you, Black Friday is what? The Friday of Thanksgiving. And it's going to already be gone by the time this boot camp start. And you're going to say, well, I'm just going to wait close to the date. After Black Friday, the price goes right back up to $14.97. But listen, I'm going to give you guys until this weekend, Sunday midnight, 11:59. 11:59 on Sunday, you can still get it at this price. Now, this is what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. I'm going to put the link right here in the comments, and I want you to go sign up. Now, I want you to know this. I love what I do. I love it. I love it. And if I can offer you the freedom to work anywhere you want to work, vacation whenever you want a vacation, and still take your laptop and work, this is the kind of freedom that I like having. And why not share it with you? Now, I mentioned to you, this industry has ups and downs just like any other industry out there. And that's why I want to take you by the hand and show you this is how it's done, and this is how you can build your business and how you can be lucrative in this business. So I want you guys to go ahead, click the link in the comments. I want to see you in the master class. The master class is going to be, let me give you a little more information, November 27th, 28th, and 29th, 2023. I want y'all to know it's this year. It's going to run from, I'm going to do 2 sessions. I'm going to do a daytime session for those of you who are saying, you know what, I don't want to do this in the evening. I want to get it out the way. I'm going to do from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on each day. And the same content will be given on in the evening, 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And all of this is Central Standard Time. All the information is here in the comments. So let's recap one more time for those. I can't wait for all of us to be in this boot camp together. We're going to kill it. I'm telling you, we're going to kill it. The boot camp is November 27th, 28th, and 29th. 2 sessions per day, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time each night. And I am just so happy that you took the time to be here on this live with me. And guess what? I'll see you at the top, because that's where we're going. I'll see you guys, and thank you for joining my Freight Talk Friday. And stay tuned for the next Freight Talk Friday. I'm going to be there to give you some more tips that you need to get to the next